Hi guys and welcome back sa ating channel at sa video na ito, mock exam na naman tayo. So ang mock exam natin ngayon is tungkol sa English. Ito ay isang verb tense exam kung saan i-fill out natin yung mga blank spaces ng mga correct verb tenses na dapat nandito. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung iba pa nating video katulad ng mga algebra exams part 1 and 2, tapos yung English exam, abstract reasoning, and yung verbal reasoning mock exams, ilalagay ko sa pin comments yung link para mapanood ninyo. At kung bago ka pa lang sa channel natin is please do subscribe sa ating channel dahil gumagawa ako ng mga inspirational and informational videos na para sa inyo. At kung hindi mo pala alam, meron pala akong pag-giveaway na 2 PNPA souvenirs. So ito yan, kwaderno at saka isang leather notebook. So ilalagay ko rin yung link sa baba kung paano ka manalo ng 2 souvenirs na to. And kung hindi mo naman maabutan yung mga giveaways ko na yan, magkakaroon pa ako ng ibang giveaways sa mga susunod natin na video, kaya abangan nyo yan. So without much further ado, let's start this mock exam.
I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Hi guys!
First
time I spin!
So nakuha ko tong verb tense mock exam dito sa englishpage.com. So ang nakalagay dito is verb tense final test, cumulative verb tense review. So nakalagay dito, complete questions 1 to 10 below with the appropriate tenses. Answer questions 11 to 15. Then click the check button to check your answers. So i-review muna natin yung mga questionnaires. So ito nakalagay 1 to 10. I-fill out natin yan. Tapos 11 to 15 ay i-fill out pa rin natin yan ng mga correct answers. Tapos i-check natin dito mamaya. So disclaimer lang guys, hindi ako masyado magaling dito sa mga English exams na to. Pero susubukan ko yung best ko para sagutin ito para matuto tayo parehas. Kaya dapat parehas tayo magsagot dito sa mock exam na to. Pagkatapos ng mock exam na to, ilagay nyo na lang yung score sa baba tapos i-compare natin. So let's start. Number 1. When Carol called last night, I blank my favorite show on television. So ang tingin ko dito is when Carol called, nung tumawag si Carol last night, I was watching. Nanonood ako ng paborito kong show on television. So, reviewin ko lang. When Carol called last night, I was watching my favorite show on television. So, yan yung sagot ko. Ano kaya? When Carol called last night, I was watching my favorite show on television. So, yun ang sagot ko. Number 2, I blank for this company for more than 30 years and I intend to stay here until I retire. So, tingin ko dito, I have been working for this company for more than 30 years and I intend to stay. Sabi niya kasi, nagtatrabaho na siya doon at patuloy pa rin siya nagtatrabaho. So, sa tingin ko lang, I have been working for this company for more than 30 years and I intend to stay here until I retire. So, kung may iba kang sagot, isulat mo lang tapos i-check natin mamaya kung ilan ba yung mga tamang sagot natin. So, number 3, Sharon blank to travel. She blank abroad almost every summer. Next year, she plans to go to Peru. So, dito, Sharon loves to travel. Sharon loves to travel. She goes abroad almost every summer kasi regular. So, dapat ang ilalagay ko is present tense. She goes abroad almost every summer. Kasi regular siyang umaalis. Almost every summer. So, yun ang sagot ko. So, number 4, Thomas is an author. He blank mystery novels and travels memoirs. He blank since he was 28. Altogether, he blanked 7 novels, 3 collection of short stories, and a book of poetry. So, author daw si Thomas. Dahil author siya, he writes mystery novels and memoirs. He blank since he was 28. So, dahil yung verb na write is parang tuloy-tuloy na nangyayari. Talagay ko dito, he has been writing. So, tingin ko, yan ang tingin ko sagot dyan. He blanks, he has been writing since he was 28. Altogether, he has written 7 novels, 3 collection of short stories, and a book of poetry. So, i-review ko lang, author daw si Thomas. Dahil author siya, he writes mystery novels and travel memoirs. He has been writing since he was 28. Altogether, he has written 7 novels. Hindi ko sure kung tama yan. Parehas pa ba tayo ng sagot? Tingnan natin mamaya. We were late. Number 5. We were late because we had some car problems. So, may car problems daw sila, kaya late sila. By the time we blanked to the train station, Susan blanked for us for more than 2 hours. So, by the time we got to the train station, Susan has been waiting. Susan has been waiting or has waited. So, Susan, we were late because we had some car problems. Late sila kasi mayroon silang may problema sa sasakyan nila. By the time we got to the train station, Susan, hindi pala has, so pwedeng had. Kasi pag has kasi, tuloy-tuloy yung continuous pa rin yun. Parang kay Thomas kanina, has been writing. Kasi from X point to X point nagsusulat siya, so has been writing. Dito naman kay Susan, tapos na siya maghintay kasi nasa train station na siya. Nasa train station na tayo. So by the time we got to the train station, Susan had been waiting for us. Had been waiting for us. Parang mali ah. Pero tingin ko tama. Kasi pag has, tuloy-tuloy. I mean, hindi pa rin natatapos. Yung, di ba, has, tapos had, have, had. So, yun yung tingin ko. So, some blank to number 6, some blank to change a light bulb when he slip blank and fall blank. So, Sam was trying to change a light bulb. Sam was trying, kasi nag-change siya ng light bulb. So, Sam was trying to change a light bulb when he slipped and fell. So, nadulas siya, tapos nahulog siya. Ay, mali. Slip and fell. So, si Sam daw, tinatry niyang, habang sinusubukan niyang i-change yung light bulb, nadulas siya, tapos nahulog siya. So, Sam was trying to change a light bulb when he slipped and fell. So, yan ang sagot ko dyan. So, maganda may scratch papers kayo para tignan natin kung ano yung mga tama natin tsaka mali natin mamaya. So, number 7. Every day I blank up at 6 o'clock, blank breakfast at 7 o'clock, and blank for work at 8 o'clock. However, this morning, I blank up at 6:30, blank breakfast, and blank for work late because I blank to set my alarm. So, tricky siya, no? So, sige, himay-himay natin ngayon. Sabi niya, number 7, every day, I wake up at 6 o'clock. So, regular na ginagawa niya yon. So, wake pa rin. So, nagigising siya ng 6 o'clock. Eat breakfast. Ayan. Eat lang kasi hindi eats. Kasi ang noun dyan is I. So, I wake, I eat. And itong blank dito, live. So, every day I wake up at 6 o'clock, eat breakfast at 7 o'clock, and leave for work at 8 o'clock. Tandaan nyo, kahit gaano pa kahaba yung sentence, titignan nyo pa rin yung noun niya, which is I. So, every day I wake up, I eat, I leave for work at 8 o'clock. Dito na ang tricky part. So, however, this morning, so, I assume na hindi na morning kasi nagkukwento na siya eh. Sabi niya, however, this morning, kaninang umaga, I got up at 6:30. So, I got up at 6:30, skip breakfast, and left. Yan. I got up at 6:30, skipped breakfast, and left for work late because I blanked to set my alarm. Yun lang. Ito na. For late because I forgot. However, this morning, I got up at 6:30. Nagkukwento kasi siya dyan eh. So, this morning, I got up at 6:30, skipped breakfast and left for work late because I forgot to set my alarm. Hindi, tingin ko hindi. I have forgotten, hindi. I had forgotten. Saan ko nakuha tong I had forgotten? Forgotten. Hindi siya forgot kasi parang sinasabi niya, nakalimutan ko kasi na iset yung alarm ko. So ang sinasabi ang tawag dito, ang dinidescribe ng had forgotten is yung I. So kailangan had. Nakalimutan ko. So I had forgotten. Hindi naman pwedeng I has forgotten, mali yun. So I had forgotten to set my alarm. So yun yung sa tingin ko. So parehas pa rin ba tayo ng sagot? Tingnan natin. Number 8. Right now, Jim blanked the newspaper and Kathy blanked dinner. Last night at this time, they blanked the same thing. She cooked blank and he read blank the newspaper. Tomorrow at this time, they blanked the same thing. She blanked dinner and he blanked. They are very predictable people. So nagkukwento naman siya. So balik tayo sa pinakauna. Right now, sa ngayon, ibig sabihin present. So kung present, right now, Jim is reading the newspaper and Kathy is making dinner. Right now, Jim is reading the newspaper. Nagbabasa si Jim ng dyaryo. Tapos si Kathy naman is making dinner. So kahapon, ng time na to, last night at this time, they blank the same thing. So ang pinapatungkulan nitong last night is si Jim at saka si Kathy. So pareha sila. So Jim and Kathy, they do the same thing. So lalagay ko dito, they were doing the same thing. Ibig sabihin, kahapon ng oras na to, ginagawa din nila yung parehas na bagay. So they were doing the same thing. Last night at this time, they were doing the same thing. She was cooking. Was na. Kasi, past na. Pero nakalagay, this time. So, she was cooking and he was reading the newspaper. She was reading the newspaper. So, di ba kanina, yung una, present. Tapos yung pangalawa, past. Ngayon naman, tomorrow at this time, bukas ng ganitong oras, they blank the same thing. So they will also be doing the same thing. They will also be doing. So saan ko nakuha tong making, reading, cooking, bakit puro present? Nakuha ko to dun sa first words dito sa sentence na to, dun sa right now. So yan. So tomorrow at this time, they will also be doing the same thing. She will be preparing for dinner and he will be reading the newspaper. And he will be reading. They are very predictable people. So, yan. So, review lang natin ulit. Right now, Jim is reading the newspaper and Kathy is making dinner. Last night at this time, they were doing the same thing. She was cooking and he was reading the newspaper. Tomorrow at this time, they will also be doing the same thing. She will be preparing and he will be reading. They are very predictable people. So, yan ang final answer ko na sa tingin kong tama. So, sana tama. So, sana kayo din parehas tayong sagot at sana tama din kayo. So number 9, by this time, ito na naman tayo, by this time, next summer, o, di ba? By this time, ibig sabihin, ngayong oras na to, sa summer, next summer, you would have completed. By this time, next summer, you, so sa oras na to, next summer, you will have completed. Kasi parang nagpe-predict siya eh. So, you will have completed. You will have completed your studies and will have found a job. Di na ako sigurado dito, guys. By this time next summer, you will have completed your studies and will have found a job. Parang, sa oras na to, next summer, nakumpleto mo na yung studies mo, and nakakuha ka na rin ng trabaho. Parang yun ang gusto nang sabihin. Kunyari, oy Juan, sa oras na to, next summer, sa tingin ko, nakumpleto mo na yung studies mo, tsaka nakakuha ka na rin ng trabaho. Parang ganun ang gusto nang sabihin niya. Ako, on the other hand, yun na. Mahirap tong number 9, no? Ako, on the other hand, will not have accomplished, will not have accomplished. Sa tingin ko, yun. Will not have accomplished. Try natin. At least, pag nagkamali ako, matututo ako. So, kayo din. Sana natututo kayo sa video na to. So, on the other hand, will not have ako. Kasi kino-compare niya yung sarili niya eh. Kunyari, ako sabihin ko, by this time, sa oras na to, next year, o next summer, nakompleto mo na yung pag-aaral mo, tsaka nakakuha ka na rin ng trabaho. Ako naman, sa kabilang banda, wala pa ako nagagawa na kahit na ano. Parang ganun yung ibig sabihin. Will not have accomplished anything. I am still studying. And you blank in some new high-paying job. Ako, nag-aaral pa din, and ikaw, you have, So, ako, nag-aaral pa rin, ikaw, so dahil ang ginamit ko, I am still studying, at ikaw naman, and you will be working, tama ba? And you will be working in some, sige, yun na sa tingin ko. And you will be working. Hindi kasi sa tingin ko, personally, hindi sila pwedeng mag-iba ng mga verbs, ng mga tenses ng verbs na gagamitin kasi kino-compare niya nga eh. For example, yung kanina, you will have completed, will have found a job. I, on the other hand, will not have accomplished. Tapos, I am still studying, and you will be working. So, parang future present. Hindi ako sure kung tama yung term ko doon. Parang future present. Parang ganun. I am still studying. Nag-aaral pa din ako. And ikaw naman, you will be working in some new high-paying jobs. So, yun. So, number 10. The students, ano siya? Plural, di ba? The students are usually taught by Mrs. Monty. Tama ba? The students are usually being taught. The students are, kasi students plural eh. So are. The students are usually being taught by Mrs. Monty. However, this week, sa week na to, they will be. So, sa week na to, so parang sinasabi niya, yung mga estudyante ay kadalasan tinuturuan ni Mrs. Monty. However, subalit, ngayong linggo, they will be taught by Mr. Tanzer. Iyan ang tingin ko sagot. They will be. Sige, subukan natin yan. So, number 11. Jane talks on the phone. So, Jane talks on the phone. Present. Bob has been talking on the phone for an hour. Present. Pa din. Mary is talking on the phone. Present. Lahat sila present. So, who is not necessarily on the phone now? So, sino ang not necessarily, sino ang pwedeng hindi nasa telepono ngayon? So, tignan natin, i-review natin. So, Jane talks on the phone. Bob has been talking on the phone for an hour. Mary is talking on the phone. Si Bob, punta muna ako kay Bob. Si Bob, nagsasalita na kasi siya ng isang oras. So, Bob has been talking on the phone for an hour. So, isang oras na siya nagsasalita. Si Mary naman, nagsasalita din siya. Mary is talking on the phone. Si Jane naman, Jane talks on the phone. So, hindi naman, parang hindi siya, paano ba explain to? Hindi siya satisfying na right now, nagsasalita siya. Kasi pwede ko namang sabihin, Jane talks on the phone. Pwede rin namang Juan talks on the phone. Lahat naman tayo nagsasalita sa telepono, di ba? Pero si Bob, nagsasalita na siya ng isang oras. Si Mary naman, nagsasalita na rin siya. Dami kong explanation, di ba? So, tingin ko si Jane. Kasi pwede natin, kahit sinong tao na nagsasalita, pwede natin sabihin, pwede natin palitan kay Jane. For example, Lucy talks on the phone. And kaya niya naman magsalita. So, she can talk on the phone. So, Lucy talks on the phone. So, not necessarily na ngayon, now, sabi dito, who is not necessarily on the phone now. So, tingin ko si Jane. So, number 12. Dami naman ito. I'm going to make dinner for Frank. I'm making dinner for Judy. I'll make dinner for Mary. I make dinner for Ted. I will be making dinner for Who are you offering to make dinner for? Lahat naman sila gagawa eh. Lahat naman sila paggagawan ko eh. So, para ba to? So, naalala nyo dun sa video na ginawa ko, sabi ko, kung hindi mo alam yung sagot, lalagay ko sa taas yung link, yung video na yon, dun sa paano sumagot sa mga entrance exam. Nagbanggit ako dun ng elimination method. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung mga tingin mong hindi pwedeng tama dun sa mga choices, tatanggalin mo na yon. So, yun yung, para matira, kunyari ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yung choices. Ibig sabihin, 20% lang yung chance mo na tumama. Pag nakapagtanggal tayo ng isa dyan, magiging 25% yung chance natin na tumama. Pag nagtanggal pa tayo ng isa dyan, magiging 33.3% na yung tama natin. Pag nagtanggal pa tayo ng isa dyan, dahil dalawa na lang, 50% na yung chance na tumama tayo. Pero in this case kasi, parang similar sila. They are not the same, but they are very similar. So, tignan natin. I'm going to make dinner for Frank. Sa I'm going to make dinner for Frank, iniisip ko pa lang yun. Diba? Iniisip ko pa lang. Sa pangalawa, I'm making dinner for Judy. I'm making dinner for Judy. I am. Ibig sabihin, nagluluto ka na. Tapos, I will make dinner for Mary. I'll make dinner for Mary. Ibig sabihin, iniisip mo pa lang. Itong I make dinner for Ted, yung I make dinner for Ted, ibig sabihin, regular mong ginagawa. So, tingin ko, dahil regular mo nang ginagawa, hindi mo na siya kailangang i-offer. So, tatanggalin ko na siya. So, 4 na lang yung choices natin. Tatanggalin ko na tong I make dinner for Ted. I will be making dinner for Tony. I will be making dinner for Tony. Ang tanong, who are you offering to make dinner for? Who are you offering to make dinner for? So dahil itong una, tapos yung pangalawa, ay pangatlo, tsaka panglima, tatanggalin ko na yung I am making dinner for Judy kasi present to eh. Ginagawa niya na. Ito namang I make dinner for Ted, regular niya nang ginagawa. So we are left with I'm going to make dinner for Frank. Tapos I'll make dinner for Mary and I will be making dinner for Tony. Yung I will be making dinner for Tony. Hirap ito. Pero sa tingin ko meron na lang tayong tatlong pagpipilian. So si Frank, si Mary, tsaka si Tony. Pero ang ilalagay ko dito, anong lalagay nyo? Lalagay ko dito si Tony na lang. I will be making dinner for Tony. Hindi ko kasi sigurado, pero at least, di ba? Tricky. Ito na naman. Number 13. Jane left when Tim arrived. So, umalis si Jane. Jane left when Tim arrived. So, umalis si Jane nung dumating si Tim. Tama? Bob left when Tim had arrived. Umalis din si Bob nung dumating si Tim. Parang ganun din. Number 3. When Tim arrived, Mary was leaving. So, nung dumating si Tim, paalis na si Mary. Number 4. John had left when Tim arrived. Nakaalis na si John nung dumating si Tim. After Tim arrived, Frank left. Pagkatapos dumating ni Tim, umalis na si Frank. Who did that run into Tim? Sabi na yun yung tanong eh. Sino sa kanila ang hindi nagpang-abot kay Tim? Ulitin natin. Jane left when Tim arrived. So, X na yan. X. Kasi, nagkita sila eh. Ang tinatanong dito, who did not run into Tim? Sino yung hindi nagpang-abot kay Tim? Sino yung hindi nakakita kay Tim? So, Jane left when Tim arrived. So, X na yan. Kasi nagkita sila eh. Pangalawa, Bob left when Tim had arrived. Bob left when Tim had arrived. Umalis si Bob nung dumating si Tim. So, nagpang-abot sila. So, X. So, when Tim arrived, Mary was leaving. So, nung pag-arrive ni Tim, paalis pa lang si Mary. So, nagkita pa rin sila. So, X. Number 4. John had left when, yun na. Dito na. So, bago natin i-validate yan, tignan mo natin yung number 5. After Tim arrived, pagkatapos dumating ni Tim, umalis na si Frank. So, nagkita pa rin sila. So, si John talaga ang hindi nakakita kay Tim. Kasi sabi, John had left. Ano bang Tagalog nun? Nakaalis na si John nung dumating si Tim. So, si John ang sagot ko dito. Si John. Pero naman, similar question. Number 14. Jane is talking in class. Bob always talks in class. Mary is always talking in class. Whose action bothers you? Sino sa kanila, kay Jane, Bob, and Mary, whose action, whose action? Kaninong action? Kaninong action ka nababahala? Yun. Kaninong action ka nababahala? So, si Jane is talking in class. So, i-eliminate ko na to agad. Bakit? Hindi naman nakakabahala yun, di ba? Diba? Jane is talking in class. Malay natin. Tinawag siya ng teacher niya. So, Jane is talking in class. Si Bob naman, si Bob tsaka si Mary ang similar. Bob always talks in class. Mary is always talking in class. So si Bob naman, Bob always talks in class. Ibig sabihin, hindi rin natin alam. Baka naman lagi nagre-recite si Bob. Diba? Baka naman best in ano to si Bob, best in recitation. So Bob always talks in class. Pwede 'yon. Ito naman si Mary, Mary is always talking. Ibig sabihin, always talking. Ginagawa niya talaga. Talking, present. During class, always talking si Mary. So tingin ko si Mary. Sana tama. Dami ko pa namang explanation. So number 15. Jane never left Jamestown. Bob has never left Jamestown. Who is still alive? Si Jane never left Jamestown. Bob has never left Jamestown. Ang tingin kong buhay pa is si Jane. Kasi si Bob has never left. Hindi ko kasi ma-explain in Tagalog, pero tingin ko hindi na buhay si Bob. Kasi Bob has never left. Hindi ko ma-explain paano ba Tagalogin. Bob has never left. Kumbaga, hindi nagawang umalis ni Bob. So, ibig sabihin, wala na siyang tsansang umalis kasi baka patay na siya. Si Jane naman, Jane never left Jamestown. So, tingin ko si Jane ang buhay pa sa kanila. Hindi ko alam sa inyo kung parehas tayo ng sagot. So, let's check na ba? Let's check. 87%. Screenshot ko nga. Yan, 87%. Some of your answers are incorrect. Incorrect answers have been left in place for you to change. Si Bob pala ang buhay pa. Pinatay ko na si Jane. My gosh. Tama. Sabi ko sa inyo, hindi ako magaling. At least 87%, guys. So, si Bob ang buhay pa. Mali yung pagkakaintindi ko dito sa number 15. Jane never left Jamestown. Bob has never left Jamestown. Ibig sabihin, tama. So, I stand corrected. Ang tamang sagot sa number 15 is, ang buhay pa, si Bob. So, sorry Jane, at pinatay kita dito. Tignan nga natin kung tama. Ayan. Tandaan nyo guys, 87% yung ang sagot ko. Ibig sabihin, meron akong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meron akong 5 mali. So, paano ba mag-compute kung ilan yung score nyo? So, bakit nga ba 87% yung nakuha ko? So, kasi bilangin natin lahat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So, 40 items overall. Tapos, ang mali ko is 5. So, 40 questions pala to lahat. So, 40 lahat ang kailangang fill upan. Tapos, 5 yung mali ko. So, i-try natin 5 divided by 40. 5 divided by 40. 0.125 or 0.13. So, 100% minus 13% is 87%. Kaya 87% ako. So, i-try nyo i-compute kung ano yung grade nyo by dividing your number of mistakes sa 40. Tapos, i-minus nyo sa 100 yan. And yun yung score nyo. So, yan. 87%. So, tingnan natin. Tingnan natin kung saan nga ba ako nagkamali. So, mali si Tony. So, dito sa number 12, bakit mali si Tony? I will be. Di ba may 3 tayong choices dito? I'm going to make dinner for Frank. I'll make dinner for Mary. Tsaka dito. Eh di si Mary na lang. Kung ayaw mo si Mary. Try natin si Mary. Yun yung ibig sabihin ko guys na pag bumaba, 'di ba, may 5 choices. By process of elimination method, habang ini-eliminate mo yung mga choices, tumataas yung percentage ng chance mo para maitama. So dahil 5 yon, nag-eliminate tayo ng 2 kanina, meron pa tayong 3. Dahil mali yung isa, so meron na tayong 2, tapos pinili ko si Mary, ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin 4 ang pagpipiliin ko, kundi 2 na lang. So yun. Dito tayo nagkamali. Dito pala ako nagkamali. The students are usually being taught. Tanggalin ko na lang yung being siguro. The students are usually taught by Mrs. Monty. However, this week, so ang gagawin ko dito, the students are usually taught by Mrs. Monty. However, this week, so ang nire-refer ng verb na teach is yung students. So gagawin ko na lang they are being taught this week. Ngayong week, tuturuan sila. So they are being taught. Tingnan nga natin. Tama. Yung pala yun, dapat kayo pa sinagot yun. O, bakit ganun? Bakit mali ako dito sa number 9? By this time next summer, you will have completed your studies and will have found a job. I, on the other hand, will not have accomplished anything. Mali. Oo. Aminado na ako. Ba't ako mali? Sabi kanina, tulad yan, nagko-compare sila. Ang ginawa ko, minali ko yung will not have accomplished. Hindi ko kinompare dito sa study. Dapat, I will not have accomplished anything. I will still be studying. Will still be studying. Ayun. Tingnan nga natin kung tama. Sabi na I will still be studying. So, ayan guys. So, gawin ko, i-rundown ko ng mabagal, tapos, i-pause nyo na lang, tapos i-check nyo yung mga sagot nyo, okay? Okay, rundown ko lang tapos, i-pause nyo na lang para masagutan yung mga papel nyo. Okay, rundown ko lang, tapos i-pause nyo. Yan. So, i-pause nyo na lang para ma-check nyo yung mga answers nyo. Tandaan nyo, bilangin nyo lang yung mga mali nyong sagot and then i-divide nyo yan by 40, makukuha nyo yung kung ilang percent yung mali nyo. Tapos, 100% minus yung sagot nyo doon, lalabas yung grade nyo. So, ako 87%. Over 40, meron akong 5 mali. Pero not bad. At least nag-try tayo. Kahit may mali tayong 5, okay lang sa akin. At least natuto ako and na-refresh yung aking utak. So, sana may natutunan kayo sa video na to. Huwag niyong kalimutan mag-subscribe at comment sa baba kung anong score nyo para pag-usapan natin kung saan ba kayo nahirapan. Just comment below. Kung may mga tanong kayo at mga suggestions kung anong gusto nyo na video na susunod, just comment below para alam natin. And huwag niyong kalimutan bisitahin yung link na binigay ko para doon sa ating giveaway na 2 souvenirs from the Philippine National Police Academy. So, sana may natutunan kayo. And sa susunod na video, mas marami pang mock exams ang gagawin natin. And for my final message, don't give up on your dreams and always stay inspired.